Greetings, exiles and foodies. PathOfExile 3.26 is about to launch, so of course that means, lock your kids, lock your wife away, and whenever you're done with that, toss away the key. With that in mind, I have seen a ton of guides already on YouTube stating the strongest Leaugestarter for 3.26. I'm not gonna go into that. I will here in this POB link to a 40-minute explanation about this POB where I go into details with everything. This will be a very shorter version. So if you won't go into this, but basically what can you expect from this build in the end? It's very akin to Gassi's Zoomancer build, except I put it a poison twist on it after stalking a ton of builds on PoE Ninja and basically going into theory crafting here in the upcoming league. And yeah, you can expect a 19 million DPS on endgame gear with approximately 140k effective hit pool. This is not the best out there. Again, Gas is most likely gonna have a mage skelly that's gonna do tons more DPS. I even think he already posted that. But basically, this is gonna be one of those comfy AF builds that can just take you from a 0 to hero, and you're more than welcome to follow my channel here where I'll be posting my progression as the league goes on. Anyways, without further ado, I have basically made a table of content here that you can look up in: leveling, bandits info, specters, anime guardian entering maps, why golems, ascendancy order, expensive part, endgame gear, jewels and more, tattoos, flask, pantheons, and of course lastly mercenaries. I have made a level 10, 21, 34, 44, 56 entering map for third lab, mapping, mid-end game cluster jewel setup, everything. For the build, I have made a early mapping, I have made end game setup, and even with a not end game weapon right here, we're still sitting at 19 with a very end game mini wand that I haven't made in the POB here. There's a ton of guides out there. Go look it up how to make one. You would probably be sitting at approximately 22 plus million DPS. Now, there's a few things I want to mention. Why poison? Why is this different from the Zoomancer? And that's what I'm gonna focus on in this video. Because other than that, it's basically just the Zoomancer, which you can follow a guide in right here. Before, a quick note for those who just want to go fast: copy this string, post it into vendors. It will vendor for plus ones, everything. Level with freezing pulse until you can get some raging spirit. Switch to absolution, and of course, if you can get things like bitter dream or any minion unique related or life sprig or anything, you're golden. Now for bandits, go Alira, 15% Eliris. That's gonna basically in the end put you at 53% resist when you enter maps, meaning you only have 22 resistance for each you need to cover. Carnage Chief, you want to get 1, and of course if you can't get these in the start because they're most likely gonna be bound by ritual, I'll just go get more of the monkey things that give you both endurance and power charges and everything. You can find them in the old fields and akin places. If you can get the enchant gloves, go for 5th Spectre. I will go for Arena Master. Now Anime Guardian, everyone and their mother will go for it. So basically, read this section. It's a bit long, and yeah, basically Leaugestarter Griff is most likely going to be expensive, so look for something else. Entering maps, and this is where it differentiates from the Zoomancer, basically. First here, yeah, we will be using a Covenant. And you will be starting to look for the Ghastly Eye jewels with poison on hit 14%, because in the end, as you can see here, full poison DPS is 11.5 million. We have a 100% poison DPS. We'll be running a mana moo. Sorry, went on Diablo. Basically, we'll be running this Ghastly Eye jewel, which gives a 30% multiplier, as we have enough of this, and as you can see, it's quite a bit of the poison DPS, and other than that, just the poison generic with the Unnatural strength, we get Unholy Mind, meaning we don't have to care for the physical to chaos conversion, and we also apply Wither and hit for our minions. Big numbers, yay. We will be using a Covenant, of course. This might be very expensive in the start, but it will be very worth to go for. This a 4 link alone here can most likely be your 6 link that you will be getting relatively early in the whenever you progress into the things here. So keep that in mind. If you can, of course, get just the Covenant, just use Jewelers so you can get to a 6 link. A 5 link, and even a 4 link can beat out a normal 6 link. So yeah, go for this. Of course, in the end, you want it. 6 linked. Why Golems? I like Golems, of course. So yeah, that's basically it. And of course, seeing at carrying Golems is the only ones not getting a humongous buff except the scavenging one. Not sure if that's a better than the normal. I haven't done the numbers, so somebody in the comments tell me, please. Basically, from what I could read, is the scavenging golem, which is the only one receiving buffs of the carrying golems, is actually already worse than the normal golem for single target, so we're sticking with the normal golem. Now for the sentency order, if you get a Bitter Dream, it's a bit different story as you're scaling elemental damage, basically follow the Zoomancer then. But without the Bitter Dream, you basically want to go with Command of Darkness, Mindless Aggression, Unnatural Strength, Bone Barrier as a order. Now for the expensive part, you can link this. This is basically a shopping list. Tattoos, go for Chaos Resist, Tankiness, and Flask. Early game, you want to grab a Divine Flask, instant for Corrupting Blood. Roomies, a Quicksilver with unhit effect and speed, Basalt, unhit, armor, Jade, unhit, evasion. And whenever we can, when it's not going to be too expensive, or you can craft it yourself, when charges reaches full. Pantheon, Major, Soul of Sonaris with Chain Projectiles, can save your ass. And of course, Minor with Res Lava, it give you Giga Life Flask if you're under life. Lastly, Mercenaries, well, just get one. Curse bot, if you can find it. We're not confirmed, or at least I don't know of it yet. Oral support, of course, confirmed on stream with Mark literally saying he can't wait to play a Oral bot with an Oral bot mercenary to boost people. So personally, I'm looking forward to that. That would be kind of fun to see. Anyways, it's also confirmed on the website, and even Gassy posted it in a video. I saw it on the website afterwards that you can get a minion mercenary, basically. So you can have 2 minion guys just running around. That's going to be fun and pack again. But rest in peace, GPUs. Anyways, that was it for the table of content. Now for a quick thing on the configuration. Of course, you can also see the, if you go to here, Spectral Golem, manage specters. If you forgot which one to get, you can always see them here. Now, this is gonna boost immensely because the Perfect Warlord is gonna be a Vitality and a Endurance charge generator. The Forest Warrior is basically gonna give all your minions Onslaught. Yeah. Think about that. Carnage Chieftain for Frenzy charges, Hulking Miscreation for big DPS buff. Now, I have made a thing here. Try to get your Chaos Resistance to 50%. This can be done on gear. I'm not very on the gear here. Oh, I should have said that. I'm gonna cut that specific World War II word out. Anyways, but basically just go grab whatever gear you can, get some Chaos Resistance. This is gonna do it. Cap your resistance, please. Okay, whenever you're done, remove these lines so you can get it properly to represent whatever you have. If you get a build of Deceiver and nearby enemies are intimidated, you can click this. It will give you a bit of DPS. That's about it. Next to that, I am considering not putting this in, but I am anyway. This is Animate Guardian items. If you get a Dying Breath and a Leaugestarter, this is not gonna cover if you get a Kingmaker or anything for the end game. And of course, after the Golem buff is implemented for the Stone Golem, remove this. You can check it in the update here. I'm gonna try to remove it and well, not try. I am going to remove it and then update the PoE in the video link whenever the PoE community fork here updates, so people don't accidentally take it with. So anyways, with this in mind, this is what you can expect on the end game gear. Now, as mentioned, 0 to hero. I've just made a copy of the build here over, and this is for the entering map, third lap, where we say bye-bye to Absolution. I expect you have a 6-link. This is maybe 1 to 2 days into the league. You have a 6-link, and you just have generic +1 stuff, and yeah, 40 life and a +2 minion helmet. Some people will even have this day one. Not even the only unique that I put in is a Darkness Enthroned. You could even remove this and put in something else. But basically, with this setup, you will be sitting at a 4 million DPS. If I remove this Darkness Enthroned, 2.8. So this also shows how much you can actually get just with Darkness Enthroned alone. So yeah, really try to get a high-end Darkness Enthroned very fast with some ghastly eye jewels here with physical damage and poison and hit. The life can come later. And yeah, that's about it for the build. As mentioned in the start, I am going to post a very long guide right here in the notes and in the description. That's a 40-minute explanation where I go more in depth with the notes here and everything about my gear and everything. So check it out if you want to league start this. But other than that, I really hope that you have a fantastic league start now that it's been 11 months. And yeah, stay sane, Exiles.